Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Let's do a nice little drawing today. It's gonna be fun, 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 fun. Let's work with some tone paper today. Let's get some tone brown paper today. Work on it. We're gonna do both, but let's start off with some tone paper. Let's see if I can find. So we'll work on white paper today, but we're gonna work on this first. Just to switch things up, do some charcoal on there. Hello. What's up? What's up? Let's bring this a little closer. Cool. Camera seems to look different to me. Yeah, we'll work on the back of that. Some notes I took down. If I don't leave any notes for myself, then I forget a whole bunch of ideas and techniques that I have. They come so fast and they go just as fast. So I have to hurry up just right. All right. All right, so yeah, today we're gonna draw some stuff up. We're gonna use some tone paper, some brown paper actually. Then we're gonna switch over to some white paper. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Wyatt. Really appreciate it. So, oh yeah, this was really cool. We should have. This is really cool. I forgot about this song. That was fun. That was really fun. We might end up doing some color today too. That was fun. All right. Thing about this tone paper. The front doesn't catch as accurate. That's the back. So I'm gonna use the back. Good stuff. Thank you, man. All right, guys. Ready for some art therapy? Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we're gonna start off with use this. Use some charcoal. We're gonna start off with just the palette knife, just to push the medium with just this. We're gonna drop this one as a reference. We're gonna obviously put our own little twist and style to it. But yeah, we're gonna use this cool picture. We're gonna turn on the saturation down a little bit. Just get it black and white. We're gonna turn up the contrast a little bit to get those shadows darker. All right, perfect. Then I'm gonna turn up the highlights a little bit. Get some bright highlights. And then the sharpness, turn the sharpness up a little bit. Cool. I'm gonna zoom in on her face. Maybe like right there. I'm gonna screenshot that. And that's how we're gonna use it. Come here. Thank you. I really appreciate the subscription. All right, guys. So just gonna go into this with an interesting approach. I'm not gonna approach this how I usually would. Let's approach this by shadows first, right? Let's build it off with shadows. The faster you work, the better you feel like you can draw what you're trying to what you see, you know, versus taking the time to get it down so precisely. So I'm just drawing in these shadows. Best way that I see them. Doesn't need to be perfect. This is an expression. You're not doing hyperrealism right now. You're expressing it the best way that you can. Right? Expressing it the way you see it. So that's important to remember. That how you see it is how you're gonna draw it. Don't draw what you know, draw what you see. I'm drawing shapes and I'm starting with the ear right now. I'm starting with the ear. I'm just gonna draw shapes. And then we can refine all this stuff later. You know, you don't have to be so serious with this right now. Refine all that stuff later. As a matter of fact, to show that you don't need to be perfect as you think, draw these lines long, let them cross over each other. This gives you a broader range to work with. Right, just draw that line all the way out. And tell yourself when you need to stop. I'll stop right here. And we'll say that this is boom, boom. You'll draw that plane just like that. Now let's start with the top of this hat. The top of this hat is a highlight, but I'm still gonna outline it just a little bit. Just a little bit. I see that this comes here, just like that. All I'm doing right now is drawing in shapes, drawing what I see. Little Richard, dope. Thank you guys. Got Boy Scout, Little Richard. Got a lot of cool people up here. Okay, so now let's do like this. Now let's start building in some lines. Line weight here. How do you see your portrait and your artworks coming out, into life? How do you see that? This is the same way you will approach painting too, right? Now let's make her jawline just a little bit more rounder. Let's build in some shadow here, coming off the ear. Comes up, comes around. It gets some shadow right up here. That leads to this cross section come down here. Comes up and it gets lost right up in here. Maybe about inch. Up. And we come follow this line here. We're building in more shadow and tone now. Right? Here. This is a mid-tone right here for the nose. Mid-tone. Build that off like boom. I don't want to go too dark. Right. Not too dark. But we have our eraser, so we can always go in and fix it up, so it's no biggie. I imagine, trying to save my life. Well, I do tutorials on here, guys, so I'm always down to teach you guys a little thing too. Art is it's really about how you see the world versus technical skill. So right here, we went a little too dark, but that's okay. We'll go in and erase all of that. It's the cool part about charcoal is that you can go in and fix this stuff up really easily. So we got the shadow here that comes down, it comes back up like that. This is all dark. Those are the eye sockets. Eye sockets. Right there. Don't draw what you see, yes. Don't draw what you know, draw what you see. Because you think you know what you're drawing. In reality, you're drawing something that you're not supposed to. Cross that. Just like that. Don't draw what you know, draw what you see. It's always easier that way too. We have highlight right over her. See something really quick. Bringing this person to life. You go back to drawing with white pencil since you're working on craft pencil or just charcoal. It's still charcoal. Still charcoal. Now let's touch up this nose a little bit more. Let's move down to these lips. The lips are about an inch down right here. This is where the top lip starts. where the top lip starts right here. I'm just gonna draw a simple shape. I'm looking at how far it comes down from the nose, and it ends about right here, right? It's the dark point. Comes down. I'm not gonna draw the waviness of her lips yet. Not yet. We can say that for later. It comes in some more that way, like that. It follows the line of her jaw, just like that. So if you ever want to get your proportions right, like that. And this chin is gonna move up a little bit too, but not right now. Let's just do this right across. Get dark point, come down. Right, got dark point. She has bigger lips. It comes up like that. How does this lip come down? It comes down. It follows this. It follows the side of her mouth, and it gets really close, almost to the point where it touches. So let's come in a little bit closer. This is gonna let you know proportions, and then we can round off right here, just like that, up, around. This point is where her jaw is supposed to be going upwards, right here, and that's here, ear, here. It's okay to touch up these proportions a little bit. How long have you been doing this? How old are you? I've been working with charcoal for about 7 months, but I've been drawing for a good portion of my life. I actually did a Q&A video that's dropping tomorrow, guys, and I answer these type of questions and other ones. I am also I'm 24. Hey, work dude, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so look, we have the bottom of her lip. It hits a flat point. Some people have the roundness at the bottom. Her lip has a flat point, right? So let's make sure we do that. It comes down, and then we have flat right here, flat. And then it comes off that angle there, just like that. Boom, boom. Let's get some shadow under here. It comes off, right? Just like that. These could be hard shadows right now. It's okay. This shadow right here comes off the lip, off the lip. It around, and the chin will be down here. Now I'm gonna ask myself, how big is this? How how far is the bottom lip to the chin? Now I do that by just using some shadow. This is shadow, shadow, shadow. Comes up. This is shadow. I'm gonna use directional shading too. Some dark shadow. So we have this. Creates an angle here, like that. Now I see that this shadow is about, and these two are still the same. These shadows right here are the same. Comes up like that. Just like that, perfect. Then we round it. The chin is coming at this angle, not this angle. So let's draw that. Then we get some roundness right here, just like that. Like that, boom. Now I'm going dark with the outline, but when we start cleaning things up, it's gonna start coming together. Her face, this is obviously a highlight side on this, but I'm going dark right now. Please never stop doing art, my friend. These are beautiful pieces. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna keep it up. Thank you. Okay, so we have these lips done, right? I'm just gonna shade these in lightly, just like that. Okay. We come off the lip. This is highlight here. Well, we do skin tone. Skin tone, skin tone, skin tone. Okay, so from here, we have this shadow that it's a very small shadow. Comes up, up, up right here. Boom. We get a dark point here, like that, just like that. We get these nostrils here. We're gonna touch up these nostrils too. Would be better if I had a finer point eraser, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just following shapes still while I'm doing this nose. Highlight shapes now. Boom. Cut it straight across. And then it rounds about like that. And then we get an outside cast shadow here. This is highlight, 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 highlight. Probably make that a little bit smaller. Boom. Now from here, the shadow starts right here. And it goes up, 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 comes around, right around this part where it gets dark, because that is a shadow and that's her hair. Off that shadow, we come out, follow those lines. I'm not teaching you to copy. I'm teaching you to see. Right? It's the difference between copying and seeing, because you're interpreting it the way you see it. We all see things differently. It's awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. Teaching you guys to see is a big difference. Okay, so let's look at this right here. Let's get these nostrils in. Boom. Boom. Right there. Comes around like this. Boom. All the way around. Then we get some shadow that starts right here. Right in, then the eye socket. The eye socket comes down like this. Then it comes up. So this right here is wrong that we did earlier. We don't necessarily have to erase it, but just to clean things up. So we come down, then we come up. This is the eye socket here. And it kind of bleeds into that, like that. And we have shadow, shadow, shadow here on the nose. That builds up, it builds, it builds. And it connects with that eye socket shadow, and it goes up very lightly, and then it rounds that eye socket, just like that. Right now, we need to show that her face is actually at an angle, because her face is at an angle. That's why we see more of her ear in this picture. Thank you so much, John Dix 8140. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the donation, guys. All right, so boom, boom, boom. That's how we're gonna show that her face is tilted. Like making that line come this way. We have this coming that way. Then we have this nose, the bridge of the nose, shadow going this way. Boom, breaks off like that. She has a little bit of indentation there, right? Come out. Now we're gonna define her face with the outside shadows by using this hat to define her face here, right? So we have this curve here, but instead of drawing it, just go like that. And then just like that. Using the side of my utensil, you know, these are good when I tell you guys pushing your utensils, because you're learning to use them differently than just the pencil when you're holding it like this. You're learning to change the way you hold it, and you find different styles like that, different ways you can draw. Boom. Look at that line. This line here actually is closer in maybe about right here, right? And then it closes, comes up like a triangle, right? So it comes wide and close like this, just like that. I'm not looking in terms of like like as a person. I'm not, I see the person, right? But I'm breaking this person down into values, shapes, and that's how I'm building this person. And this is when they say you to learn how to see when you get into art or when you're an artist or a photographer or of any such, because you're no longer looking at the world in so much 3D and 4D values and objects. You're looking at it, you're breaking it completely down to organic shapes and um yeah, to organic shapes. This triangle here closes a little bit, just a little bit. Defines her forehead though. You might be just a little off on that, but that's okay. We'll come back and touch it up. It comes around. Okay. So we have this. Let's work around it now. We know this is there. Then we have more shadow that comes all the way off that hat. Right up in here. Right up in here. It's not fully saturated. We're not gonna fully saturate it yet. Okay. So we have this now. Now we're gonna build in this right here. That that line there actually comes all the way down. But I'm not gonna go completely down. I don't need to. All right. Then that's when we build this this part. Just like that. I'm looking at shapes, not building off my shapes. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm not putting in any crazy detail. I don't need to. I don't need to. We're building structure. Then we go in and the crazy details and stuff. But we're not gonna do a lot of details. I'm sure you guys saw details is merely an illusion, right? The little bitty things you can add to a picture can make it stand out, right? You don't need to go crazy with details. Okay, so now I'm at a point, we're gonna get in some more darks and then we're gonna move on to highlights. All right, we're gonna control those highlights. So let's add in all of this dark. This is dark. How thin is that darkness up here? Because it's thick right here, then it gets thin, then it gets thick. So we got thick, then it should be getting thin right here. We don't need to go up here. It needs to be right here. And if I need help figuring that out, I can look at the eye socket, and I see that about an inch up is where the darkness starts and where the lightness starts. Right here. And then it just comes across this darkness here. Hold on. Yeah, this darkness here. Right here. Boom. It comes down just like that. Perfect. So all this is dark. All up here is light. And that's where we need to erase a little bit at so we won't get confused. Once we start adding highlights in. Okay, so look, this highlight comes off and almost rounds all the way around his hat. Not too high, Trey, not too high, just like that. Boom, like that. Okay, so now we have, I'm gonna draw this highlight. I don't need to, because it's a highlight and I have to go back in and erase it. But for visual purposes, we start from right here and it shoots up. Shoots up. If I want to see when does that line stop, It looks like it lines up right at the end of her lip. I go all the way up. Yeah, just about. So I'm gonna follow this all the way up. So around this axis right here, it's where that hat. It's not the peak of the hat. The peak of the hat is probably like up here, but that's where this corner is. I'm crossing lines and axes, the y-axis, the x-axis. I know some of you guys know about that from school. That's exactly what I'm doing here. All right. So we have a highlight line here, highlight line, an inch up. We have, all right, 2 inches up. We have that string line of the hat comes around. Then 2 inches up above that, we have the corner. And yep, that's correct. Right here, right where we put our axis at. So it's like a puzzle sometimes, you know. So right here is where we go up again. Incline, about right here. This is the peak of the hat. It should line up at the end of her right nostril, her left nostril, my fault. So perfect, right? So now here we come down like 2 inches at a slope, maybe like this. Doesn't need to be crazy exact. Let's just put that in there. And then it comes down. The hat looks a little bit bigger, but once you start adding more details, it'll come to form. No. Looks like it has a little bit of curve there. Like this, that, this, down. Logical. Boom, boom. And we come all the way down, just like that. Right. And then a little bit from there, that's when we have this line of where see right here, the hat is too big. Maybe we went too high off this part. That means the face is too long, in which we'll fix that. It's no biggie. Ear. Let's get this in here. Let's follow some shadows on the outside and build it up from there. Following the shape of her ear comes down to her nose, which is typical, right? Maybe a little bit right there. Yeah. We come outward just like that. Boom, just like that. Let's go with this ear in. Boom. Boom. How far down is that? That's about right here. And then we can build the hat up from this side. We went a little too big. How is that? This side. Boom. Still following these curves. Of the ear, right here. Or we'll fix the hat, guys. No biggie, we'll fix it. It's a tiny big of pencil he's adding. Yeah, it's kind of, it's not that big. It's not too big, but still work with it. Boom, just like that. Now we can add any shadows. So we can build off the hats that way. You may have to bring it down just a little bit, that's okay. There we go. Yeah, we gotta just take this part off and we'll have it. There we go. Dope. Cool. Okay. Thank you for the star. Really appreciate it. You can draw them any other way. Let's bring her cheek out just a little bit more. Well, okay. Now we can start adding in some detail and stuff, right? And the details will come in with the highlights actually. Just make this neck out like this. And boom. I'm still following shadows. This is all I'm doing is following shadows. Best thing that you can do sometimes is wait until the final part of your full picture and then start adding um, your own expressive style. All these shadows are flipping upside down. Yeah, it can get a little confusing too after a while. But when you work this way, it's so much, not only is it so much easier, but you learn so much more. You learn to train your eyes to see things differently. So in the beginning, it's a strain, it hurts. But then after a while, like a piece of cake. It's like a muscle, art, creativity. It's like a muscle, train it, it gets stronger and gets better. Okay, now let's start adding let's add these eyes in now. Now we can add these eyes in. So we'll go here, maybe starts right here. I'm going to use only the sides of my utensil to draw her eyes. I'm being a little bit more careful with the eyes now. A little bit more careful because the eyes will really bring a picture to life. Just one thing you gotta take your time on is the eyes. But all I'm using is lines. I'm not doing crazy angles and stuff. I'm not. I don't want to. That's for another day. You don't have to do that right now. Remember that the top eye claps the bottom eye. Still drawing angles, so I'm not losing you guys. I'm still drawing angles. See, see, see. Where do you want to use this? I doubt it'll work. It never works with this stuff, man. Whatever. Now we're gonna do some eraser drawing. See if we can bring her out. I'm doing a little softer with these shadows now. I'm using the eraser to make a mid-tone. The eraser is gonna make a mid-tone. I'm being softer. Much softer with this. draw. All I'm doing now, I'm just finding these highlights and I'm gonna make mid-tones out of them. There's a shadow here that we need to get. It starts from here, all the way out. That. So this all needs to be a certain tone. How do you build shadow within a shadow, right? That's the question. How do you build a shadow within a shadow? How do you build a highlight for the background? Her face on this side is highlight. I can't, the only way to define that is with a darker background. Thank you guys. Thank you, Skywatcher, P and W. Really appreciate that. Or woman, thank you. I just got subbed. Thank you for the subscription. I stay you in. I am in Houston, Texas, guys. Houston, H Town. Guys, tomorrow we're gonna draw a portrait. I don't know who yet. We're gonna draw a portrait. If you guys would like to see that, please subscribe or just find a way to come back to my videos. It'd be really cool. Starts at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you'd like to be there for that, please come check that out. It's gonna be really cool. Cause I'm gonna do something new. I'm gonna do something really cool and new. So let's see that. Well, maybe, actually. Now I'm being a little bit more delicate. You see, when you build up the portrait, you work from simple, then you get a little more complex. Because it's not gonna, because it's not hard anymore because you built the structure to work off of. I haven't even used white yet. I'm just using an eraser and black. And I'm creating midtones. I'm creating 3 different shades already. We have this hard contrast of black and white or highlight, but there's a midtone that's popping out in these areas. I don't even know if I want to use white, but I think I will. This doesn't smear any good like at all. Doesn't smear, especially as good as my other paper. Now let's build this face in a little bit more. This her side face by using a background, like I said before. This background is gray. I'm gonna just tone this background as dark as I can before it hits this black, because you don't want to blend it in and lose it, right? And I think that's pretty good. Okay, so this is where the shirt comes in at. Still drawing simple lines. Okay. Thank you, Coastal Tattoos. This, that, and also I kind of just um, get a little bit lost in the comments, and um, I just enter a little bit of flow state and just kind of get. You should look into a tattoo apprenticeship. That's how I actually did tattoos for a while. Had a tattoo apprenticeship in Hawaii, um, maybe about a year ago, or probably, I don't know, it was sure years ago. Um, wasn't really wasn't really my thing. Tattooing is cool though. I don't think there's a audience for the style that I do, the scratchy style that I do. You guys probably can't even tell, but up close, these pictures have a whole bunch of scratches in their face that makes up who they are. Like the Lauryn Hill one down here. There's a whole lot of scratches in her face. So from a distance, no one's gonna let me scratch up their skin like that. That's crazy. But I definitely thought about that too. I definitely did it for a little bit. Okay, I'm still building shadows. I'm refining now. That's what I'm doing. I'm refining shadows. I'm seeing what can I make, what can I do to capture likeness. I'm looking at what little tweaks can I make. I see a lot of little tweaks I can make to bring her face out more, right? I just need to build around it. Boom, there we go, just like that. Okay, let's lighten this up a little bit. Just a little bit. Start this eye here. I'm doing a mid-tone, 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 dark. Not too dark, but it's dark. Dark, dark, dark. Comes around. Dark, dark, and it fades to light. Comes. And we have dark. Let's make this gap a little bit bigger. About right there. Mid-tone it, mid-tone, dark. Mid-tone, 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 mid-tone. A little bit more on the brighter side of the mid-tones. Mid-tone, mid-tone, dark, or a lighter mid-tone. Curve, curve, box, fade out, up, down, highlight. I need to get this highlight here. Highlight. 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 There's a highlight in here. Whatever. I'm using an eraser, so it's hard to get in there. Highlight. Bright highlight, bright highlight. Highlight. Mid-tone. 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 Darker for the eyelid. That comes down. Boom. That. She's looking bad. Bad. BA. Badass. Get this eye. Let's make this eye socket a little bit darker, just a little bit darker. All right, mid-tone. It's the fun part where you get to mess with get to edit it basically. I love editing. And I haven't even used another utensil besides my palette knife and my eraser. We haven't even threw in any whites yet. Thank you whoever sent that cool thing. Almost missed it, but it was cool. I think it was a star. Mid-tone. Mid-tone. Don't be afraid to use your darks. Don't be afraid to get dark. Sometimes people never go, sometimes people too scared to go too dark. It's okay to go dark. Get those darks and then those contrast, how you build contrast, get those darks in there. Because the darker you go, you're gonna realize the lighter you need to go. Or you dope. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys. Okay, now let's throw in some white to just bring her out a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna throw in some white here. Let's get this in here really quick. Because we need. So the point is, you want to use the utensil until you can't use it no more. Push this as much as you can. Anything you use, push it as far as you can, and then switch it. And then you'll see that you come across a cool style, right? A lot of a lot of people would have switched up the utensil a long time ago. After you draw in this whole thing, you would have switched up to a finer pencil or pen or something. But see how far you can get with that. Then you go in and use something else. So now I'm going to use some white chalk. We haven't even touched the hat yet. We'll get there. I haven't really touched the hat yet, though. We'll just smear these highlights in. And we'll turn it into a mid-tone, too. Our edit. We're just touching some stuff up now. I'm gonna make her chin a little bit smaller. It was too big for me to work with. I'm going really light over here. Just scribbling in these highlights. I'm not going too crazy with them. I'm just scribbling them in. Don't get crazy over the detail right now. You don't need to. Don't need to. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It is an illusion. We're adding in some final touches here. The best part about a portrait is when we get to the tiny dot in the middle in the eye. So you guys gonna see her look at you when we get to that point. We're almost there. This is a quickly developed portrait of someone. Very quickly developed. It's not this is the type of portrait you would do when you're going to sketch out someone, whether it's from life or a reference, and you want to do a sketch first before you do the actual portrait. You want to train your hands, train your eyes to see what you need to do. And this is the type of sketch you do. Now you wouldn't take this long, you probably do like 5-10 minutes. But in terms of detail, this is what you aim for. These portraits I use 3 different grays. I use pastel. This one I only used an eraser, black charcoal, and white white charcoal. Now you can see I'm eliminating the, I should have did this that way. Still want to shade directional, so let's erase this out because you can still see that it went that way. Directional shading is crucial so your picture won't look flat. Directional shading. There's always this highlight that follows the lip. Let's get that in there. We have to, because not only is it on our reference, and we know that that's true to nature, and that always is a theme. All these portraits, they have that. Well, it depends on how the highlight's hitting on where the light source is coming from, but most times it is. I still feel I could have dragged her lip out a little that way, but that's okay. Just go like that because it's a stepping stool that comes up, boom, like this. So let's draw that in there like this, boom, comes down, and then it shoots out like that. So the mouth should be ending right here actually. So let's do that. All we need to do is just drag that out more. Like that. And then we can just like that. And then we'll trim this up a little bit. That this time it's on the inner side of her lip. That highlight, no, the highlight's on the outside. That's the highlights from here done. Now let's make her cheek. Cheek actually comes out. We need to come out more. It's kind of flat. So from here, comes out right here, like that. Then it gets lost. Then it gets lost. And then we can shape it up on the outside. Maybe a little bit. I'm always touching up her jaw right now. Okay, I'm not trying to lose this jaw. I'm on the verge of losing the jaw. I'm not only losing it. Directional shading. I don't remember to directional shade. Like sometimes I forget. Who cares about the ears? We'll show the ears some love though. Thank you for sending that cool star. Thank you so much. That looks so cool. So good. Very talented. Thank you guys. Thank you. We're almost done. We're about to add the highlights. We're almost there. Just like 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, we're gonna add the highlights. The highlights to the eyes. So she'll be looking right at us. We're almost there. I'm gonna turn this to a mid-tone. Almost. She has really nice lips. So let's make sure we show that. We're just gonna make her hat a little bit more boxy. crazy. We had the hat perfect, but we had it for a different size head. It's funny. Europe, thank you. What's up? What's up? Europe, dope. Details right here. Lots of attention detail. Well, I don't want you guys to think that you have to put so much detail in it. If if anyone's been here from start to finish, you realize like you'll see how I developed her with not much detail at all. The detail kind of just comes like a puzzle piece, you know. But as far as the eyes, okay, yeah, I kind of just honed in more on the eyes. But other than that, I want to show you guys that it's very easy to approach portraits, especially when you're doing just like sketches like this one. Doing some cross hatching over here. Let's make this a little a mid-tone right up in here. Let's make this a mid-tone. It's too dark. Doesn't need to be that dark, isn't it? Just get ready to arrange this. Almost ripped the paper. That would be crazy if the whole paper just ripped. I probably would just cry myself to sleep. I need to start taping it down. this is about done. I mean, as far as I can push it for right now, and I'm happy with it. It's definitely different from my other pieces that has way more midtones and all that other stuff to work with. It's just black and white, basic contrast, nothing too crazy. And the eyes are definitely there. It's dope. Compared to these ones, you get all the scratches in their face. You guys can't even see it, but it's a lot of scratches on their face. I think I want to do one more. I think I'm gonna do one with pastel. It's not gonna be this. It's gonna be really quick. It's gonna probably be like 10 minutes. We'll do a scratchy one. We'll just throw this one right on top. We can work off that too. Okay. And actually, for this one, we're gonna do some. We're gonna do an original piece. This one. We'll just draw some stuff up. Got my like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna have you guys pick a color, any color. I'll use that color. Any soft pastel color. Actually, yeah, pick one soft pastel color, and I'll use different shades of it. Probably clean my hands so it won't smear black. I'm gonna use the color I see the most. Okay, we got blue, blue. Okay, we're gonna use blue. Blue. Okay, so we're gonna use, which blue is this one? Turquoise. Turquoise Colbit, and no, we're not gonna use that one. We're gonna work up from darks. Yeah. We got these three blues. We could probably, yeah, we'll use these three. Let's use this one. Oh yeah, we might end up using four blues. Yeah, we use four. Okay, so we use blues too. So blue resonates with sadness, so we're gonna make a little sad picture. If I can find a top for this. My hands are black, so it's probably gonna smear a little bit of black on here, but that's fine because my darkest shade is this almost ultramarine almost. So we can mix that two together. Okay, let's see. Turn off this. bring him out. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. We may need to put white in there too, guys. Just because it's okay to use white with the blue. Let's do this. Let's Went from blue to black. Sorry, guys. But I get in the flow of it, and I kind of forget to look at the comments, and I forget that I'm actually on live. Makes it feel ethereal. Yeah, we're building that. This is a really fun one. I love this one more. I didn't think I was gonna love this like this one. I actually love this one a lot. It's crazy. This is this is really fun. Gonna call that a wrap, honestly. That's fun. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Satisfaction. Broke my chalk. That was really fun. Love doing original pieces, man. It's a blue day for him. Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow we'll be doing another live stream. Probably drawing the person, someone, I don't know. We'll see. But 10 a.m. Thank you guys. Thank you for anyone who subscribed. Thank you for anyone who liked the live. Thank you for all the donations, the likes, the gifts and stuff. I really appreciate it. Really do. Thank you guys so much. We'll be dropping a Q&A video tomorrow actually, tomorrow morning. Stay tuned for that. 5-minute drawing. I think you're the same person who asked me last time. Yeah, we'll do a 5-minute drawing one of these days. I'll be there. Dope. Thank you guys. Thank you. No, thank you. Go back and forth all night. All right, guys.